back. A new place to play sports outdoors opened up this afternoon right here in Duluth as the local YMCA and HRA combined forces to create a new sport court. Located in the Harbor Highlands neighborhood up on Central Entrance, the area featured a full basketball court with multiple hoops, as well as a brand new pickleball court. The Duluth Area YMCA and Housing and Redevelopment Authority partnered together to make this project a reality. Community members, construction workers, and more all gathered today on that new sport court for a special ribbon cutting ceremony. And local leaders say a new space like this is extremely important, not only for the city of Duluth, but of course its younger citizens.
But having a place where kids can learn to interact with each other, to compete with each other, to learn leadership skills, and to find the next great basketball player that's going to come out of Duluth is a really exciting thing.
It means everything. I think in the Northland, we have a love of being active and being outdoors. We often don't understand that there's barriers to that for folks and for certain communities. So when we can eliminate any of those barriers, I always feel like that's a win.
And if you watched at 6 p.m., you saw me brick a couple of shots. But look at this, Dan. Bang, right in the net.
Okay, how close were you to the...
Yeah, we're not going to talk...
And how long or how many shots did it take?
We're not going to talk about how long that clip was, but that's some TV magic right there. I made a shot. I can go home happy.
I was so excited to see the one you showed earlier again, where you hit nothing but backboard.
I went in the back. I burned that tape. It's gone. It's gone.
Good call.
Yeah.
A good space for the kids, though. That's
of course. It's great.
It really is.
Thank you.
Yep.